And what is happening, my YouTube family? Of course, it is your boy B New. I'm coming at you on this Monday. And first and foremost, as always, want to send out positive vibrations and blessings to anybody who could be listening. Now, with all that being said, we all know that the Los Angeles Lakers have begun the season with a record of 3-0, and that is a perfect record matching the defending champion right now, Boston Celtics. But we won't talk about them right now. We got a long season, a lot of time left to talk, and we won't get too far ahead of ourselves just because of this great start. Although I do want to point out one thing, that Darvin scam, yeah, and I did say scam, and go back and check the record. I was not a big proponent of him. Maybe at the very beginning in his first, No, I won't even say that, because Darvin Ham, I think, started out 2-10 or 2-8 or something like that. And I was not impressed. I knew it would take time for them to get implemented into the scheme and everything. But this right here goes to show you that when you can get players to buy in, then you can have success and off the top without having to wait and feel like you have to mesh and grow chemistry. Although you still have to grow chemistry. I will say these are the same group of players, so they still have a familiarity with playing with one another. But at the end of the day, it's still a new system, and a much different system, by the way. But I will say this, the movement of the ball, the swinging of the ball going around the court and around the horn just is looking fantastic for the Lakers. And as a result, like I said, Reddick, 3-0. Darvin Ham started off 0-3. And what is Darvin Ham doing right now as assistant coach to Doc Rivers and the Milwaukee Bucks? I'm telling you right now, I might make a big prediction right now. Will Doc Rivers make it past Christmas? Because with the roster that the Milwaukee Bucks have, they should be vying for something in the Eastern Conference. They should be right there with the Celtics as one of the upper echelon teams that are, again, talking about, when you're talking about somebody with the likes of a Dame Dollar, you talk about with somebody the likes of a Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I don't understand. But we're not going to get into that rant. That's a conversation for another day. We just going to keep on talking about the purple and gold, the Los Angeles Lakers. Again, 3-0 behind the great game from LeBron James, as we saw on Saturday night, on the second night of a back-to-back. You got a 39, almost 40-year-old man coming out with a 16-point quarter performance in about the first 4 or 5 minutes of the quarter. Mind you, of course, Skip Bayless had to say, oh, LeBron James did so good, and say I don't have anything bad thing to say, but then sprinkle salt on him at the end, saying AD saved him with a 3, and he didn't score for the last 7 minutes of the game or whatever. But as we all know, if you are a basketball aficionado and you know anything and you got at least one wrinkle in your brain, you saw that even though LeBron James did not score those final 6 minutes of that quarter, he facilitated on almost every play. He got Anthony Davis a oop for an easy basket. He was the one who drew the double and got AD the open 3. And not only that, he got Rui Hachimura the dunk at the very end that really sealed the game, because all eyes was on LeBron. And we might have to start calling LeBron Le Tupac. We might have to start calling him Le Tupac, because all eyes on him, because the defense is always looking at LeBron James, and he can see over any defense and know exactly where to make the right play to. And LeBron James on Saturday night came out 12 out of 22, 55%, 4 out of 9 from 3, which is my lucky number, 44.4, triple four, baby, throw it up, 4 for 9 out of 3-point range at 100%. And you're talking about 14 rebounds and, of course, 10 assists, as the 39-year-old man got the triple dub, and he's already broken many records this year. We all know Vince Carter is the only other player in the history of the NBA to play for 22 seasons. So LeBron James in his 22nd season is already matching that of Vince Carter, but never once did Vince Carter even score over 15 points that entire season. And here we are with LeBron Raymond James already averaging 23, 7, and 7 in year 22. And I want to see if he's going to keep that 19 or 20-year streak, I think it is, of 25 points per game per year. Do you realize how long that is to score 25 a game? For that many seasons in a row? And you're going to do it at 40? I would, for one, think maybe the streak would be coming to an end, maybe average 22 or 23. But I don't know. Dropping off them 30-point performances. Now, he said he's going to play all 82 games. I'm very interested to see as the Lakers go on their 5-game road trip today, taking on none other than the Phoenix Suns, who they played in the second game of the season. As we know, the Lakers opened up against Minnesota, played against Phoenix, when they played the game against Phoenix, if you all saw that game, the Lakers fell behind very early in that particular matchup. They were down by 22 points in that first half. In that second and third quarters, you got AD and Austin Reeves started to cook, to chip away at that. And then LeBron James with that fantastic third quarter poured in a lot of points. And the Lakers took the lead, kind of went back and forth there at the end. But of course, the Lakers had what it takes to finish off games. Now, that's one of the things recently they weren't doing in the previous seasons. And I won't say it's because any one particular player's fault. And I don't want to just keep throwing Darvin Ham under the bus. But what was the offense like? You didn't have LeBron James dribbling the air out of the basketball, taking 15 seconds off the shot clock before you get into any action, or just dumping it down to AD, dumping it back out, doing maybe 10 or 15 pick and rolls a game, where you could be doing that a lot more, because we got AD and LeBron James, you have two of the best pick and roll men in the game. And we can talk about that as the season progresses. But at the end of the day, man, the Los Angeles Lakers have what it takes to win a championship, I think, this year, especially once they get the likes of a Jared Vanderbilt back, because now you're going to have somebody to do the dirty work. One thing I think the Lakers may be missing, and the homie spoke about it in the comments on the last video. So if you haven't watched the last video, go back and watch the recap that I did of the Phoenix Suns and Los Angeles Lakers, I believe on Saturday. But somebody in the comments, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it is now, and I'm sorry if I haven't replied to all the comments. I've been very busy. But I will say this. They made a good observation saying that the Lakers will need a center other than Anthony Davis. And I concur, because for one, Anthony Davis, we know, is injury prone. Can he be healthy when he does sit? Can Jackson Hayes be a starter? Who else is going to come in and play in those front court minutes, especially if you're going to match up against a team who has a larger presence, such as a Philadelphia team that has a Drummond and, let's say, a Joel Embiid. But at the end of the day, can Christian Wood get healthy? If Christian Wood can get healthy, he could be that other bench player that we need. Of course, he opted in. Everybody wasn't too thrilled to see that. Can he be a trading piece? Who knows? But at the end of the day, I like the way Jackson Hayes can play, has been playing. I think Anthony Davis does have to stay healthy, though, because if not, the Lakers will be in some trouble, because they have really no good depth at bench. And that's no knock to Jackson Hayes, but he just doesn't really have the size. He could almost be a power forward. I mean, he has the size height-wise, but I'm just talking about bulk-wise to be a center. And I know centers aren't like they used to be traditionally. They're a lot more lighter in weight than what they used to be, because they don't play around the basket as much. We have a lot of more centers stretching the floor. But at the end of the day, like I say, going in Houston, for instance, but at the end of the day, I think if Christian Wood can get back healthy, the Lakers will have a stretch five as well to go along and play along with Anthony Davis. And also, when Anthony Davis does have to sit, you can have Christian Woods and Jackson Hayes in rotation as your center. And as long as LeBron James stays healthy like he plans on doing, I see the Lakers going a long way. I would like to see Dalton Connect minute goes up. His minutes will be going up. He's been playing great. Last game, Dalton Connect had 20 minutes. He was 4 out of 7, 57%, and he was 2 out of 5 from 3. Had a good game for the rookie. Austin Reeves was 7 out of 12, 58%, 2 for 4 from 3 at 50%. But at the end of the day, Austin Reeves and Anthony Davis, why everybody say LeBron James, Anthony Davis was a minus 22 against Sacramento, and so was Austin Reeves was a minus 20, and that's because we know how Sabonis can dominate AD at times. I had to really go back and break down the film. I was watching the game casually, more so than what I normally do, because I had a lot of things going on as well. Y'all know your boy had to get crunk for Halloween weekend. But anyway, LeBron James was the one who was plus 13 with the 32 points, and Rui Hachimura plus 17. And another thing I want to keep pointing out is how many Lakers are in double figures in points. You got Hachimura with 18. You got LeBron James with 32. You got Anthony Davis with 31. You got Austin Reeves with 16 and D'Lo with 16. And I'm telling you right now, at any time, all 5 of the Lakers starters can get you double digits. And I think that is a dangerous team when you have teamwork and have multiple people that can get you points like that, and then you have a Connect coming off the bench who can get you in double digits as well. Not to mention Gabe Vincent. We saw what he did a couple of years ago in that Miami Heat finals when he was on the opposition playing for the Miami Heat. Unfortunately, he suffered a lot of injuries last year, so we haven't seen what he's been fully capable of doing. I do want to point this out at the end of that game. D'Lo had a crucial turnover, and Sacramento went down and cut it to 2, and I noticed J.J. Reddick pulled D'Lo from the game, inserted Gabe Vincent. I don't know if it was necessarily for defensive purposes, but at the end of the day, that is what he did. So we want to keep D'Lo's confidence high. I, for one, am not big on D'Lo. I think he's a great regular season player, but as you go back and listen to anything I've said, D'Lo is somebody who shrinks in the postseason, and I mean that both physically too, because Usually you have more athletic point guards once you get to the playoffs, and it becomes a lot more physical. And can he keep up with that physicality? That is something I do not know. But Bronny James, at the end of this 5-game road trip, is supposed to be going down to the G League. We'll see how he does for the Bayside, I believe it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, one thing I do want to point out again was LeBron James has his lowest usage percentage in his entire career. And you think him and JJ Reddick didn't talk, and LeBron probably said, listen, man, you can't put so much on me. I need to pick and choose my spots. If I want to extend my career, I can go on and do some great things. Let's go out here and win a couple of rings. But I need to get my usage rating down. And LeBron James probably been wanting to do this with coaches for years. But then people like Darvin Ham go out there and say, LeBron James, we need you. We need you to win the game, LeBron, blah, blah. Man, come on, man. JJ Reddick, with a great basketball coaching mind, that can go out there and get other players involved and get the ball moving and swinging and everything else. So LeBron James, lowest usage rate in his entire career. And then Anthony Davis, highest usage rate since he's been a Laker. That is the telltale signs that we're about to have a great season if everybody can stay healthy. If you haven't done so already, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. And I think I'm going to do a short today if I get a chance. Or I might do just an extra video, man. I have to comment on the unveiling of Dwayne Wade's statue the other day. I think on yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something on that, y'all. But if you saw it, put in the comments what you thought about it, man. It was ridiculous. But either way, that wasn't D-Wade. I don't know who that was, but something to talk about on another occasion. But like I said, if you haven't done so already, like, share, subscribe, notification bell, so you know when the show premieres. There's no set time for this. There's no set time for this. But for everybody who's been with me, my A1s from day one, who go back with me like 4 flats on a Cadillac, I certainly appreciate it. If you knew, and this is the first time you watched it and you made it this far, much love to you. I appreciate it. Go ahead, subscribe, share, and as always, this is your boy B New. I'm saying right on to the real, and much love to these haters. I'm out.